why did you name Dani after Dani?
I didn't. I named you after Dani, the West Ham football player.
So it's Dani.
Dani, yeah.
Well, my name's not Dani, is it?
No, it's Dani. Why did I name you Dani after Dani? So no one else could. And that is it. Hey, I'm psycho.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us as always. Are you ready to go again, Mum?
Yes.
Well, I'm Dani Dyer.
And I'm Joanne.
And it's time to live and let Dyer. I thought you was going to say Maz then.
Why? Why would you think that?
Because I thought you was going to change it and go live and let
Live and let Mass.
Well, I'm still Dani Charlotte Mass.
You are. And actually, you was Dani Mass.
I was Dani Mass for a while, wasn't I?
For a long time.
When you and Dad weren't together. I was a Mass.
You was a Mass.
But did the Charlotte come in because you wanted me to be called Charlotte? Where did that come from? You was
called Charlotte. No, actually, when I first had you was called Rosie.
I wish you kept that.
I love that name.
I love the name Rosie.
After that song, Rosanna, Rosanna. Do you know that song? Is that not Rosanna?
No.
Oh my God, that's because I'm old. I wanted Rosie and I knew a Rosanna from netball and she was so beautiful.
Oh.
And I love that song, Rosanna. Nanny. She went, nah.
Why?
So you come out, I went, Rose.
I feel like I'd suit a Rose. I don't hear of many Roses, do you?
Rose.
Yeah, we know Rose, but I mean, I think Rosie's a gorgeous name.
Anyway, so I said Rosanna.
Yeah.
No. Then you was going to be called Paquita. After Paquita.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. From Spain, yeah.
And then Daddy was like, no, it ain't going to sit well. So you was actually called Charlotte for a week. Like my cards was to Dani, Joe and baby Charlotte.
Oh,
Dani,
really?
Yeah, I love that name, Charlotte. And then...
See, I don't, because I've got obviously my best friend Charlotte. It would have been weird if we were both called Charlotte, so maybe that's why that didn't work out.
But I always loved Daniela.
Yeah, because everyone always says to me, is your name short for Danielle? But it's not, it's just Dani.
No, and then I wanted Daniela, and then I just, as everyone knows, I thought, first child, take Daddy's name. Daddy. Is that going to come up?
Oh, yeah, Mummy, Daddy.
And then you was Dani.
Yeah.
But actually, it wasn't me that named you. It was Tolo. Because there was a West Ham football player called Dani. And that's why you're spelt Dani after
because
Dani.
A couple of Danis that I know, they're Dani. So everyone spells my name wrong whenever they write it down.
You actually named after Dani, the West Ham football player.
Oh, wow. What about if I was a boy? What would you have called me?
Jose.
But you didn't know what I was. It was like a surprise, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, wow.
I would have named you Jose Pepito.
Mum, what the hell?
Artie's middle name's Jose.
Oh, yeah, and Sonny's middle name's Mercedes.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
I love Mercedes.
People always look at us because obviously I've got Santi and some people love Santi and some people don't get that name at all, but I love his name.
I love Santi.
Only suit, because obviously we called him Santiago. People are little, I don't kind of get
Santiago.
I think if Bruv wasn't Spanish, we get away with it because obviously Bruv's Spanish.
Yeah.
If he wasn't Spanish, I don't know how we would have got away with that name, to be honest.
It's like my name on my passport, on one birth certificate, is Joanne Mas.
Yeah.
But my Spanish is Juana Mas Griswold.
Yeah, because your name in Spanish is Juana, isn't it?
Yeah. And
Juanita. Is that what they like to call you?
Juanita.
And your uncle is called Juan.
Yeah.
So what would his name then be? So, I always wondered that then. So his name's Juan. So is his name Joe then in English?
Yeah. Or John.
John?
John? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I always wondered that actually because I
only let a few people call me Juana.
Oh, yeah. If you're not in a good mood, we call you Joe.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we say. Like when you're pissing us off, it's Joe, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but not always.
I've been Joe'd off a lot lately.
Yeah, I bet you have. No, but welcome back, Mum. Thanks so mumuch for coming and joining us. Because we had a lot of people were absolutely loving you on the pod last week. Yeah. People absolutely loved it. People loved the mummy thing.
Did they really?
Carol loved it.
Carol loved it.
Did she speak to you, Nanny Carol?
Yeah, I speak to her every day.
Oh, did you love it? Was it weird listening to yourself a little bit?
My voice in the beginning, I was like, I've got to speak quicker. I've got to be... But because I find you speak quite quickly.
Yeah.
So I was like, speak faster,
yeah, you are quite slow, and I think that's not slow in speaking, but everything's a little bit in a minute.
Yeah, mañana.
Un momento.
Yeah, mañana.
Do you know?
Yeah. No, Joe loved it. I got my number one fan, Joe.
Oh, number one fan, Joe.
Jade loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, so we've got some new listeners.
Yeah, I've got new listeners,
Joe. Thanks. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
And please listen to the podcast so Daddy can get paid.
Yeah. Him and that payment. In fact, don't pay him.
Oh, God, that is absolutely brilliant. But obviously, we started our caravan show, haven't we?
Yes.
We've started the caravan show, and you know what? It was brilliant, Mum. We went to the Isle of Sheppey. I've never even heard of the Isle of Sheppey. Have you ever been there? Because obviously you love a caravan holiday.
I love it. You know, Artie?
Yeah.
He's so excited this year because his rugby team, they're on tour.
Oh, wow.
And it is going to be the first time, apart from we went to the caravan with Paul, but that was only one night when there was like 30 of us. But this year, I am treating this like I'm going to a 5-star resort on my own with Mourinho, because that's how excited we are. Kids, children, they love a caravan.
Yeah, you do, because there's not much you don't need to expect loads. When you're on holiday, there's this big expectation, but at a caravan, all you need is a clubhouse.
The clubhouse, the
chippy,
children can go out and play.
And play on their bikes.
They play.
Everyone's looking out for each other
Children
as well.
are playing again.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. In fact, I think that's why I'm being sacked from the podcast.
You're not sacked.
No.
You've not been sacked from the podcast.
I'm dealing a lot with the caravan.
You are dealing a lot with the caravan show. They want as much. You know what it was? There's such a lovely production. There's such a great team.
So I know I've gone off about that, but caravans.
Yeah.
Because I never used to go down the caravan, my whole summer...
Did you never? Did Nanny never take you down the caravan?
No, darling. We spent all of our summer in Mallorca.
So where did you get the caravan holiday from then? Dad?
Yeah. Because when we used to break up all our holidays...
Yeah, you hated it in the end sometimes. I was spending
We had to go to Mallorca because we needed to see our other family.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah,
we didn't go to the caravan. That's what I wanted to be on a caravan.
I wanted to go on a caravan. So... Bruv, never been on a caravan site.
No, darling.
That's correct. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Why would he?
This is the whole thing. Yeah, I think if you've not been brought up on a caravan site, you're not really gonna know that there are caravan park holidays, and it's obviously really expensive. You're never guaranteed on the weather.
You know what? I was fascinated the first time I went down the caravan when I was, I think, 9. I couldn't believe it. The slot. We used to go with Rachel and Ellie.
We did go. Well, I used to go with Ellie, didn't I, Mum? And it was a bungalow.
Ellie.
We upgraded. It was a bungalow. It weren't necessarily a caravan, but I loved going down there.
And do you remember that time when we went with Rachel and Ellie, and you and Ellie was arguing over the 2-piece slot machines?
Yeah, sounds about right, doesn't it?
But they've still got them.
Yeah,
there.
They've got all them. But we obviously, when we went there the other day, it was like a bit of a shell. So they're, because it was being closed over like the Christmas period. So then they'll reopen it all. But kind of just seeing it, and it's crazy that we're running a caravan.
When I get involved with the caravan, I must admit what I'm going to make sure is lovely bedding and like lovely mattress protectors.
Yeah.
Because when I say people go to the caravan because they can't afford abroad,
well, no, it's
going to the caravan
is expensive, and also people go to a caravan because usually they've got relatives that have that sort of caravan that they can go in there with and go and enjoy it with. It's nice because people go down a caravan and there's loads of them. Yeah. Loads of them. Everyone's in a caravan.
People go back. This is why I can't wait. You got your bingo club.
Yeah, well, lovely.
You'll have your kids club.
And then you have like your fake Elvis Presley singing.
Yeah, we can get Danny Boy to do that.
Yeah, we'll have that.
He needs a job.
Yeah.
The slot machines, the arcades, but you need the weather.
We need the weather, so we're praying for a good bit of sunshine over the summer. We want to do like a big festival.
Mini festival
at the Isle of Sheppey.
I could get Brav to open a kitchen for paella.
We could. There's so much we actually are wanting to do. The creche.
We need a creche. Mate, this is going to be the best caravan site.
Well, I'm glad. It's exciting, and it was really exciting.
There is a camping site in Spain. There's a camping site in Spain, but it is so hot. And when me and Joe go to get our frappe, I stay melting. But I'm telling you now, the camping site, children love it.
Yeah, they do.
Because they're all indoors now. They can't play out.
There's no kids play out now, but at least that's what they were saying when we were speaking to like the owners, that a lot of people now love it because their kids, everyone trusts each other a little bit more. You know, like now kids, like when I was younger, I used to go on my bike all day. Artie would never go out all day on his bike.
No,
it's quite a shame. It is quite a shame, really.
Maybe I'll come back on another rep to talk about the good old days.
I know, you know, this ain't your final week. We want you back. Absolutely. But thanks for joining us.
But don't forget, I am away quite a bit.
Yeah, she's away. She's already given me her dates for when she's away in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You need to go away. She's away the whole of summer, apparently.
Always.
You know, when I kind of need
you a little always bit. Used to be away with me in summer.
Yeah, I know.
But then
I will try and join you a little bit, as much as I can with the terrible twins.
They're not terrible. They're easy. They're easy. You've got to understand them.
Yeah, well. Oh, people, what was that, Ben, are they?
People
desperate.
We're getting a lot of messages of people who are desperate for all three, Dani, and Joe, three-way podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try and do that one day.
You know what? When Dad does the podcast, I like being on my own indoors.
Yeah. Yeah,
I get like an hour to myself.
Yeah, I know. Obviously.
I ain't got all the music, the TV, the
but
lights
I'm like, this is where I get it from. I cannot sit indoors in silence. My brain would never allow. I could never sit and eat my dinner in silence. Absolutely not. But you can. Your house is quite silent.
I love, not silent, like, it's all right. I'm not sitting there in silence.
She is.
I like to think. I like to meditate. I like to be calm before I go out and everyone's busy.
Everything's busy and everything's in a rush.
I don't need every light on.
But I can't sleep in silence either, can I? I have to sleep with white noise on.
Shh. Yeah.
I have to sleep. It's like literally the sound of a hairdryer. Yeah, but
no,
when we watch Overlap, Wayne Rooney has to sleep with the sound of a hairdryer.
Auntie,
I can't sleep in silence.
Auntie has to sleep with a hairdryer, not an hairdryer.
No, but he has it directly in his face.
Yeah.
So Artie's asleep with a fan that is literally there.
It's on his.
That's what I mean. The thought of sleeping in silence, I could never. I'd be up all week. I would never sleep.
No, I got bed tonight.
I need to try and train myself to not fall. Like I need to fall asleep without being so reliant on a poxy white noise machine. If I forgot my white noise machine, if I went away, I'd be in trouble.
You know what it is as well? It's the phone. So it woke me up the other day. I'm trying to listen to the podcast and I've got a group WhatsApp chat. I won't name them. Will do one day. Sitting there WhatsApping a load of shit. Yeah. It's 11:45 at night.
Yeah, that's loud.
Like, cut your brain off.
Yeah. No one cuts off today.
No one does.
To be fair though, me and Jared now for night time, we put our phones down and we've started Line of Duty.
Oh,
the old series.
Need to see that.
So it is because I'm just terrible on my emails, and I've got about 100 group chats at the minute as well because with the wedding and
I get that,
dress fittings and work things.
Important.
I know, but it's just so hard to like. Do you know what I mean? You just miss them chats and you're like, shit, I've got to go over them, or especially like my Hindu chats and that. They're just
the only thing that I find with the group WhatsApp chat is when you're added to a chat with a load of strangers. So then I've got a load of strangers and it's got my number.
Yeah.
So people that do WhatsApp group chats, be considerate.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right, let's move on, shall we?
Move on.
I think Ben created this game.
Oh, Ben.
And it's called A Pain in the Thesaurarse.
Okay.
Or Thesaurarse, I don't know. I think it's a pain in the Thesaurarse.
Do you know what a Thesaurarse is?
Yes, I've got a Thesaurus, yes. I think I know. Mum, I didn't write in English. I got 2 Bs.
You did.
I got 2 Bs.
You done really, really well.
Yeah, I know. And this one is basically British chocolate bars.
Right, okay.
So basically we will to and throw chocolates.
Oh.
And whoever can't think of the chocolate within, I'd say 5 seconds, is out.
Oh.
Right, are we ready?
Mm.
Ben, are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Let's go.
Right, let's go. Twix.
Galaxy.
Twirl.
Picnic.
Terry's chocolate orange.
Flake. A flake.
Yeah, I know that. And my brain just... Smarties.
A Mars bar.
Milky Bar.
Bounty.
Snickers.
Turkish Delight.
Maltesers.
Caramel.
Lint. Chocolate orange.
Caramel. Easy,
What?
Caramel.
Yeah, okay. Milky Buttons.
A Milky Bar.
I said that.
You said buttons.
I said Milky Bar, then I said Milky
A Milky
Button.
Way.
Milky Way. I'll let you have a Milky Way. Aero.
A dime.
A dime.
A dime bar.
Okay. A Lion Bar. God, I'm trying to look in my fridge right now. You've got so many chocolates.
A peppermint fry.
A what?
Daddy loves them.
A peppermint
Fry.
matchsticks.
That's not chocolate.
Yeah, it is.
That's Christmas. That's
Yeah, but you can buy them. They're matchsticks.
I'm going down that route. Celebrations. Maltesers.
I said that. Right, you're out. You've had 2 rounds.
I actually think I'm going to have to pull Dani up on this.
What?
They're not called matchsticks, they're called matchmaker.
I knew that. Matchsticks.
Oh, no. So what happens now then, Ben?
Well, Joe wins.
Joe! Do you know what? You know what? It's because you keep flirting with Ben and telling him how handsome he is.
He is
letting you win.
handsome.
Whatever, Ben.
I find chocolate sicky. I'd rather a biscuit.
I love
Like a malted milk.
Malted milk. Oh, they remind me of you.
Do they?
They're really hard to get hold of. Only Morrison's have malted milk.
Tomorrow you'll wake up, there'll be like 20 on your doorstep.
What about when you come home? Because Jared likes these crisps and you can only really get them in Spain. You come home with 20 bags.
Bugles.
Yeah. He loves them, doesn't he?
Yeah. So when I go to Spain, I get a shopping list to come
you get
back.
Cola-Cows, chocolate milk. And bugles, and then Hamon crisps. Ruffles. Because you can buy them on Amazon, but God, they're overpriced.
Too far, come back with bruv.
Yeah, for bruv. And you always come home with an ensaymada.
Yeah. That's what I need to go to Spain.
Jared
I
loves
might be in Spain next week. I might go on March the 10th.
You've got the twins that day. Don't take the piss, Mum.
God.
You're allowed your one day out. Right, mother.
Oh, no. Poor Daddy.
So, yesterday, I actually dread to see how you feel today. It could be a Joe. If we've got Joe, we're fucked. So, basically, Ben, the producer, put up some lovely questions yesterday on our Live and Let Dyer.
Yeah.
Little Q&A.
Beautiful.
And people have basically sent in questions that they want you to answer.
Oh.
So, it all depends how you want to answer them, okay? Right, number 1, and they've gone on strong. What's it like living with Dani Dyer?
Boring. No, actually, your dad is the easiest person to live with because he does absolute nothing. Nothing. But he's a great babysitter.
Yeah?
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, but that's it.
And he is tidy.
No, he ain't, darling.
I think with age, he's definitely got more tidier.
I think just getting everything and chucking it into another cupboard is not being called tidy. I think getting everything and then just throwing it all in an annex is not tidy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when I'm going, has anyone seen my belt that my mum bought me for Christmas? No. But I bet it'll come out next. No, he ain't tidy.
No?
No.
So that's what it's like, boring.
No, it ain't boring.
No, she loves him. They've been together since I was 14, you know.
Yeah. We know each other so well.
Yeah.
Well, we don't actually. We have nothing in common. So that's what, No, but Daddy's easy to live with.
Yeah.
He's easy.
Yeah,
Don't give me any ag, no stress.
No, he doesn't.
No.
It doesn't give you any...
Lets me go on all my holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
Right. Why do you hate, strong word, Deb's the dog?
Who knows that I hate her?
Well, Dad's mentioned a few times that you're not really a big fan of Debbie. But you ain't horrible. You're not.
I am not horrible to that dog.
She's not horrible to Debbie. She's always feeding her. She does walk her. She's always watered. But for us, I get it. You just don't.
I didn't want the responsibility.
No, the dogs are a massive responsibility.
I didn't want the responsibility.
Yeah, they are.
So
they're worse than babies in a sense of with a child you can take it with you. With a dog, it's like you've got.
I don't want a dog.
Yeah.
So
you either want a dog or you don't, and that's the simple thing.
The thing is, when we had Dani's other dog, Edrique, she ended up living with my dad.
Yeah.
And he loved that dog.
He loved Treacle.
And he looked after that dog.
He did.
But if you get a dog, you have to look after it.
Yeah.
Daddy begged 5 years, and we don't call him Daddy, by the way,
no.
only if we're talking about him.
Yeah.
Like your dad.
Your dad, yeah.
Don't sound right. Daddy wanted the dog.
Yeah.
He begged me 5 years.
Yeah.
This was his third attempt.
Yeah.
The first dog,
we had the Chihuahua.
he couldn't be bothered with. That was Treacle.
Yeah.
Second dog, Chihuahua, Dodger.
Yeah.
Couldn't be bothered with. Couldn't be bothered. That was the one that used to have sex with the Barbie
Yeah,
doll.
you used to have sex with. It was such
Like,
a horny dog. You have to like cut their. What is it?
Ease off, I don't know.
Testosterone.
So the third one, I said, Dan, my friend used to breed bulldogs. I know a lot about bulldogs.
They're very,
Melissa, she won crufts with her bulldog.
Yeah.
I said, these dogs, they're stubborn, they're this, they're this, they're this.
They're just a bit like, they're just like slobbery.
I don't want it.
No.
All right? I said,
the lifestyle we have, it's just with a dog. You can see why people have dogs and they bring so much joy to people's life, but the lifestyle we have, we don't have that for a dog, do we? They're a massive responsibility.
So obviously, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to train it, I will take it for walks, I will do whatever, I will do this, I will do that. Anyway, then the opportunity of a dog come up. And he went, I promise you. I went, no. And what happened? He come back with the biggest dog.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the size of a pig. And what happened?
She was beautiful.
I don't know, she wasn't. Bulldogs are not beautiful. So, he gets the dog. I said, well, you've got to take it to work or find a creche.
Yeah.
Because you was pregnant.
Yeah.
With Sans.
Yeah.
So this dog, might as well grass him up now. Hasn't been really trained. I don't want a dog jumping all over settings.
Yeah, you know what?
She
it's the
molts
sofas.
everywhere,
Yeah, she does.
and she
molt.
stinks.
She does stink.
She stinks. She looks sad.
Yeah.
She looks depressed.
I just don't know if that's
And
just
where
their
are
nature.
you all? Where are they?
Yeah.
So then he goes and gets a job away. I don't want your dog.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I've
I
now
get it.
got Sans. And I like everything to be spick and span when I've got the kids.
Yeah, I know you do.
She's molting everywhere. And also, I don't think a lot of people know, bulldogs have got a pouch on their bum. And that pouch is basically full of caca.
Really?
And they need it to be squeezed by the vet. I bet a lot are not.
And I didn't know that.
Hardly no one knows that. But I know that because of Melissa.
Yeah.
So that's why her arse is just, when I'm trying to eat my dinner, all I can see is a black dot.
Yeah.
And her name wasn't Debbie. Her name is Gypsy. Her name was Gypsy, and then they changed it to Debbie. So now I'm walking about, hoovering, and then the dog chewed up my whole house, wrecked my settee, a kitchen, the floor, shit everywhere, the garden. The kids couldn't go in the garden.
Yeah.
And she does nothing.
Yeah, I know. She don't.
So I've got a beautiful garden that I can peep out my window. Everyone feels sorry for me. And it's just full of Deb's leaky bottom. Thank you, Dani Dyer. Thank you very, very much.
Right, so I think that actually answers that question.
Anything else?
Oh, right. So,
but I tell you what, that would be like me having a newborn baby.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have a dog
giving it
of it.
to him and going, I'm just going to pop off
you
to
can't
Hollywood
just piss
for 3
off.
years.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Because he knows I'm indoors ironing. Help! Help! That's why.
next one. Why did you name Dani after Dani?
I didn't. I named you after Dani, the West Ham football club.
So it's Dani. That's why.
Dani, yeah.
Well, my name's not Dani, is it?
No, it's Dani. Why did I name you Dani after Dani? So no one else could. And that is it. Hey, I'm psycho.
Why didn't you take the name Dyer?
Because I know I'm going to get a lot of come at me. I wanted the same initials as Jose Mourinho, the special one. I am the special one.
Yeah, and I kind of get it, like the fact that I'm still going to double barrel my name. But like it's a lot, isn't it? Like just giving up your surname, and I don't know why, but it's like a real massive part of you. And bruv, you're such a daddy's girl.
I love my dad.
You love your dad,
but also
you love your mum. But you do love
I
bruv.
love Carol.
You love them both, but it's that dad and daughter thing, ain't it?
No, it ain't even that. When you're in Spain, the women don't drop their...
No, they don't, because Nanny always said that to me. Like, they don't drop their name, do they? And why should we drop our name? Don't have to drop our name, do we?
Yeah.
And that's why I think maybe that's where I get it from, of like, I just don't want to drop my surname. I want to keep it. Obviously, you had Bowen on the end.
Dyer.
Dani Charlotte Mass Dyer Bowen.
AKA Rosie.
AKA Rosie. AKA Dani.
It's just, no, I understand. Like, I go, oh, what's your name? I am Mrs. Dyer. Of course I am. I am the mother. One thing that was a big preventer was the passport changing over.
Yeah, I've got to do all that. And I've just changed my passport. I ain't doing it again.
Good luck with that.
We've just done it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that was ag.
Because you can't change your passport
again because I've been married.
Because of your honeymoon.
Yeah, I had to change it before because it was expiring.
Yeah. Then you need to change it again for your honeymoon.
For my honeymoon. Do you have to change it straight away? I'm not gonna.
Well, no.
I'm just going to wait. I'm not changing it. It's ag doing it, all passport photos again and...
Driving licence.
Driving licence. Yeah, my driving licence was expired for ages and I didn't know.
I know loads of children with double-barrelled names.
Yeah, I'm not going to stress about it too. I'll do it. That's another thing. Right.
Next.
Okay, did you or Dani have the birds and the bees chats with the kids? Well, actually, can I say this was a lovely thing that you done for me when I come on my period down the caravan.
Yeah.
I come on my period when I was down the caravan. I rang up my mum absolutely sobbing because obviously I knew about my period. You took me... No, you bought me Juicy Couture flip-flops.
And a Pandora.
For becoming a woman.
For becoming a teenager.
Yeah. You made it a really special moment for me for starting my period, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's actually so cute.
You know what you need to download?
What?
I always give advice of books. You need to download, because I was listening to it last night, probably while I couldn't sleep. It was so interesting. How to Raise Girls.
Yeah, no, you've told me about these books.
The Boys is amazing, but How to Raise Girls, I was laying in bed last night, and I was on my own because Dad had to get up at 5, be out the door by 5. I thought, I'm not having that disturbance. And Raising Girls, you need to listen to that.
Okay.
It is so important. Everyone who's got a daughter out there, this book is a game changer.
Yeah.
Because all the little things about bullying and periods and the birth. So with you, it was so easy with you because it was just me and you, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I teach you a lot about it at school now. You had to do sex education at...
Not at...
Yeah, in year 6 we did sex education.
In year 6.
And then in year 7 we had to put condoms on willies.
Yeah, but that was correct because you was in secondary school.
Yeah, then you do but you had to sign off to say if I was allowed to sit in the class or not.
Did I give you a demonstration on how to do...
The condom on the willy? No, on a tampon.
On a banana. The condom had to go on the banana.
We had to do it. In school we had to do the condoms on the... No, it was an actual penis.
Oh, God.
Not a real penis.
I don't know.
No. They just got them all out and then we had to put the condoms on.
Ours was a banana.
No, they went full in. They must have...
it's changed.
Yeah, they went full in. But I don't know, did you? I just feel like you learn so much about it now from your friends and...
Because you know what it was with you? Because you was my only daughter at the time, and it was just me and you for a long time. We had our little chats, didn't we?
Yeah.
We didn't have all social media.
No.
We didn't have... You had your BBM, but we didn't have
MSN.
your TikToks. There was no
we didn't really
outside-
understand what everything now is so much more like advertised, I would say.
We didn't have any outside influences.
No, we
you
didn't.
was trained and taught by your teachers, by your mum, by your nan. But because I started my period so early, I had to have that chat with you just in case it happened to you. Because I thought I was going to die.
No, you was, what, 9? Yeah, that's young.
That is so...
That is so young to be starting your periods. Yeah, because you hid it from Nanny for ages, didn't you?
Well, I thought I was dying.
Oh, my
God, imagine that.
Yeah, but no, you wouldn't think to teach a 9-year-old that, but you actually would have to. But 9 just feels so young.
I was so young.
Yeah,
like,
I was 11 then. I must have been 11. And when do you usually start your period? 11, 12?
Was you 11? I thought you was 12, 13.
I think I was 11 and it was in that summer. It was in the summer, so I was turning 12 because it was over the summer period when I went down the caravan.
I thought you was 13.
No, I was about 11.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, because I remember it. I remember that really well. And that's when because I just started, the year after was when I started roading and hated my life.
And then Sunny, the birds and the bees.
Yeah, Sunny.
And she's very sensitive, isn't she?
Yeah. But Sunny's, I will give it to her. She's so good. Like she doesn't throw herself around. And
she has got respect
for herself.
Body.
And you always should have respect for your body.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad that with her that she really has. She's more like, don't get me wrong, she fancies, but she's quite a prude, isn't she? Like she's not really.
She's a bit like me, isn't she?
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah.
She don't just want to have sex
No, she doesn't want to have sex with anyone.
It's a personal
got to mean
thing.
something to her, yeah.
It's personal. It's her body.
Yeah, it's her body.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and boys at her age, I don't really think they respect as much as they would respect. I mean, obviously not all boys, but
so
I would
with
say 70%.
Sunny, she came out of school and she said, we done the sign-off because she went to a Catholic school. We done the sign-off and that she had to do sex education.
Yeah.
Anyway, she came out of school and I thought she might have known by you. Or
yeah.
She came out of school, she went, I can't really look at you and Daddy again. Can you take me to Nanny and Bruv's? I went, what for?
Yeah.
She went, because they've taught me about sex.
She was so posh, wasn't she? The way she spoke.
We were speaking about that last night. She said, I really need Nanny and Bruv. I went, so I took her down to Nanny and Bruv's.
She was
Bruv
so dramatic.
sat down to her, Bruv sat down with her and he'd done it in the most amazing way.
Yeah.
Using a bee and pollinating and it was wonderful.
Because it is actually sad, isn't it? Like when you actually find out that you don't just swallow a tablet. Do you know what I mean? Like it's actually like you lose that sense of innocence of the world, don't you? I think that's your first loss of innocence when you actually find out, oh shit, like it's obviously first comes Father Christmas and then it's like, oh shit, my mum don't just swallow a pill, you actually have to have sex. Like it's so crazy, ain't it, that you actually that's the one thing I love about being a child is just you just
innocent.
have no idea.
But it was Bruv because she went in crying. I think I bought a double ice cream as well from like
so traumatised about
Barry,
sex. Yeah. Oh, rest in peace, Barry.
Love Barry. And he said, sit down, because Bruv is so calm, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he got his book out about, I don't know, Noah's Ark. And he ended up explaining to her through a bee. And she came out, she was skipping. She was like, oh, it's a really beautiful thing.
Story, because
Bruv has actually got some wonderful stories.
Bless Bruv.
Yeah, love Bruv.
Oh, right. Next question. Oh, God. This is funny. So it's shag, marry and avoid. So it's Dani Dyer, Mick Carter and Freddie Jones.
And then do I get to pick my own one?
You can choose your own one. So this is out of the 3 different versions of Dani Dyer.
Dani Dyer.
So you either shag, marry and avoid. So you've got Dani Dyer, Mick Carter and Freddie Jones.
Fred. No.
People really fancy
I
Fred.
know Fred is so loved
Lovable,
and fancied.
yeah. I think you'd marry Fred.
I think I'd marry Fred because that sex scene looked very passionate. And I think he's got a lot of money, Fred.
Yeah, so you'd marry Fred.
Marry Fred. Dani Dyer, I've married him, so...
You'd have to shag him.
Nah.
Well, you've never liked Mick Carter. I feel like you'd avoid Mick. Mick.
No, I can't be bothered with Mick.
So you'd avoid Mick then?
Avoid Mick. I'd avoid him. It wasn't nothing personal. Listen, EastEnders paid my mortgage. Thank you very much. But the character, I used to think, melt. And what have I got to do with you?
So you'd have to shag Dani Dyer.
I'd have sex with Dani Dyer.
Yeah, there you go.
If he paid me.
Right, and who's your...
This is right. So, I can marry Pep now.
You can marry him?
But I want to make love to Pep.
Oh, God.
Marry Arteta.
Yeah.
I don't want to avoid Mourinho.
No.
I want to go for a walk with him.
Okay. Well, that's what I mean. You can avoid him, but then go on a walk with him.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I go on a walk with him.
Yeah.
We talk about psychology.
What do you think Jose Mourinho wants to
Jose
speak
Mourinho is into psychology. That's why I love him.
Is he? How do you know this?
Because I'm his number one fan.
I think you are.
Because he studies.
You love him so
he's a
much.
psychiatrist, darling.
Is
He's
he?
a psychologist. Yes.
How do we know this? Is this
Because
true?
I've read all about
Well,
him.
I need to go and Google that.
How do you think it gets into his players' brains?
Is he definitely a trained psychologist?
Yes.
Okay.
He's done a degree.
Right, let's go. Right, this is the last question, to be honest. When you make a cup of tea, do you milk first or tea first?
Tea.
Yeah, but you have your tea bag just soaking in the whole time. I don't get that.
I like it to
really
get
strong, don't you?
Yeah.
You just have a cup of tea, bit of milk and no sugar.
Yeah.
I do not get people that put milk in first. That really, I just don't know how you could do that.
No.
Right, now we're going on to the Tumble Dyer. So basically, Mum, they'll basically a tumble dryer and it will churn out a topic that people want us to discuss about.
Okay.
Okay, so cue the Tumble Dyer.
Straight out of the Tumble Dyer.
Embarrassing stories. So what's the most embarrassing? I'll start off with you, Mum, as you are
No,
the
I'd
mother.
like your story first.
Oh, God.
'Cause I have got a really, really bad embarrassing story.
Have you?
Yeah, of course I have.
See, all right, so embarrassing stories.
I need your worst story.
I would say maybe when I dislocated my shoulder on TV. That was one of them. Mum, I dislocated my shoulder coming off a slide. We're not talking about a large slide. We're talking about a slide that's probably in my garden. A tiny baby slide. That was so embarrassing. And do you know what was so embarrassing? Because obviously my arm, when I dislocated it, was like hanging down to my leg, weren't it?
Oh,
you weren't there. And I was so off my head on it. It was just they had to close the whole production down the other day. They had to cancel all the games.
And now it's Love Island.
No, so
no, it's Winter Love Island.
Yes, the Winter Love Island. Well, it was the first show they did was Survival of the Fittest, and they obviously asked me to do it because obviously Love Island to me at the time was like, because I got asked to do Love Island the year before.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I don't really want to do Love Island. It was Liz, wasn't it? The producer, the new Lewis. And they was like, and I was like, well, they're doing a different show. Why don't we do Survival of the Fittest? And I was like, oh, that don't sound too... It was definitely a Love Island, but like boys versus girls playing games in South Africa. I don't know if that stopped. Like, obviously, the show only aired one. Well, there was only one series. They did this whole massive production. It was the first day filming. And like, I come down the slide and dislocated my shoulder.
I know, I got a phone call.
Did you remember that? Yeah. That was horrendous,
time I'd gone out.
That is so embarrassing, like so embarrassing. You know, I remember I never ever, like Jared, I never told him that story because obviously not everyone. It's not something I really go around and tell. And Jared said, "Did you dislocate your shoulder before?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh no, what happened?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing." You know, he went on YouTube and fucking had a look.
He never.
Yeah.
Bless. I might have been concerned.
That was so embarrassing. I cannot believe it. I isolated for 2 weeks in South Africa. First day doing the show, and I dislocated my shoulder.
And then they flew you home.
They flew me home, didn't they? The show was never recommissioned. Was we flown? Yeah, I think we got business.
I'm thinking of your arm.
I was that was so horrible for me. That was so awful. Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. Who dislocates their shoulder coming off a slide? Like, how is that even possible?
Don't know.
But then also I'm thinking, like, it was a bit more like fate, wasn't it?
Yeah,
because if I didn't want to dislocate my shoulder, I wouldn't have gone to Love Island. But it was highly embarrassing, and yeah, what an ick.
I haven't got any embarrassing stories like that.
Yeah, but what's your embarrassing story?
Oh, it's awful.
What?
Remember the time in the car? That's embarrassing.
Well, it's okay. What shitting? I've shit myself.
Have you?
Yeah.
Right. So basically,
but some people have never. I've done it like obviously by accident.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't plan it. I don't know what award ceremony Daddy had.
Yeah.
And it was Claire Buckley's dress that I'd borrowed as well.
Yeah.
This tiny little thing I had to get stitched into. So I'd starved myself, not like starve, but
yeah, like that lead up. You don't really eat
like,
much,
don't eat. Anyway, everyone obviously come back to our house for the after party. It might have even been the NTAs. I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And I had to get Nanny home.
Yeah.
Because Nanny was looking after Artie.
Yeah.
So, you know that Carol, my little darling, she likes to be treated for a nice little meal or
she
breakfast.
She loves a glass of Chardonnay.
Yeah. No, I've banned her on that.
Yeah, I've banned her.
And Pinot, she can have. Pinot, she can have. Not Sauvignon Blanc, no. So I said, come on, Mummy, let's take you for breakfast.
Yeah, I remember this
we
now.
went to the Toby Carvery.
Yeah.
Because the Toby Carvery do
breakfast
the
is unbelievable.
best.
They do the
In fact,
best
where's
breakfast.
the Toby card?
Like, you usually get a Toby Carvery card, don't
Where is
you?
it?
The platinum card.
Yeah, where is it? I think
Would you get 100 quid off or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love a Toby.
I love a Toby
Them
Carvery.
breakfast, them little potatoes they have on the breakfast, unbelievable.
Well, you're fasting, aren't you?
I'm just trying to eat better.
If you eat breakfast...
No, I know.
It's the main meal of the... To start
I just don't enjoy
your
breakfast. Yeah, I know. Javid says this to me all the time because all I eat is Nutri-Grain bars in the morning, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Anyway, back to me. Can we talk about me again?
Let's talk about me.
So, goes to the Toby Carvery, and they've got the most wonderful fresh orange juice.
Yeah.
So I done a pint with ice in it.
Yeah. I only have to look at orange juice and want to shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like in the mornings.
I don't really have orange juice because it's so much
sweet.
sugar.
You can't have it with your diabetes, can you?
So I had a pint of orange juice, I remember, 4 slices of toast, egg, about 8 eggs. I love eggs. Eggs, bacon, sausage, mushrooms, hash browns, the potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is all for like £5.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if it still is a £5.
I think it's got up to 7.
Yeah.
We'll find that one out.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've ate it all. Oh, my beans, all the bread's in. Carol's looking at me going, darling, I've not eaten. I said, no, come on then, Mum. I've got to get you home. I've got to get back.
Yeah.
Takes her home. Ain't got time to go and see bruv or have a wee. Gets back, stuck in traffic. No, my stomach is churning.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sweating. I've looked at my bloods. I am like 29.
Yeah.
There is so much sugar in everything that I've eaten. It's got to come out somewhere.
You can't ever overeat, can you? Because your stomach just don't allow it.
I can Iberico ham.
Yeah. Oh, God, that ham you get.
Unbelievable.
I love that. Yeah.
I'm coming back with a pig next time.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sweating now. I'm sweating. What have they done as we come off of the Chigwell turnout? They've put a temporary traffic light there.
Yeah.
Then there's another one. I'm like, my stomach is exploding. And then that was it.
Oh,
I sort of lifted my little bum up. It was tiny. And I done a caca. It ain't funny, Ben. But I didn't realise how much I needed to go.
Did you?
This gets worse.
Okay.
Right, so I'm in my Mini. undone the windows. My poor car. By the way, that was the car that you smashed into the day it got landed.
It was an accident.
And it's just... So anyway, it's all down my gym kit. And it stinks.
Yeah.
So anyway, this gets worse. I run in, take the trousers off, put them quickly in the washing. No, darling, they can't go in the bin. The dustbin men can smell it. I had to put them in the tumble dryer, in the washing machine. Wash them quickly, put them on a boil. I did chuck them. Had a shower. Put a Jo Malone in the car, aired it all out. But now I've got to clean the car.
Yeah.
It gets worse. Daddy's on a hangover. Shouts out, "Ones! Ones! I think something's happening with our trains." It ain't. It's my Toby Carvery breakfast.
Oh,
I was Febrezing. I had Nanuko. Anyway, all the car, the Jo Malone, I've put the windows up now in the Mini. The Jo Malone's in the car. The car wasn't on. No fans was on before everyone rings up 999. And he went, "What have you done? You look ill." I went, "I've done a caca and it's everywhere. Can I borrow your car?" Anyway, it cleaned it all up, cleaned me, done whatever I had to do. And then next thing, I couldn't believe it. I've woke up. This trailer thing has come over the garden gates. It's picked up my Mini and replaced it with my car. I went, "Why have you done that?"
Yeah.
I love my Mini car. He went, "Because you shit in it, that's why." I went, and that's,
Oh, Mum. I think a lot of people have done that to themselves, though.
Word of advice, never, ever, ever, ever starve yourself to look beautiful at a film premiere or a red carpet.
That's what I'm currently doing.
A party or...
No, it's just silly. It's when you undereat and then you have like a massive breakfast, your stomach just obviously can't cope with it, can it?
Or if you do starve yourself, avoid Carol the next day because she wants a meal.
I actually love an embarrassing story. I actually think that...
I wasn't embarrassed.
No, I was mortified. Yeah, no, it's horrible. It's horrible.
My
but Mama,
car.
It's happened. It happens to the best of us. Do you know what I mean?
But I'm going to go back and get another Mini soon.
No.
So if anyone's got a Mini they don't want,
can you give it to Joe? That ain't going to be £20,000.
30. How is a Mini car? 30,000.
They're so expensive now. They never used to be that much. They're so expensive.
I nearly bought one the other day for £4,000.
Yeah, I know, but bloody hell, what was it? 20 years old. Thing is, though, you buy cheap, you buy twice. Like, you know, like when you buy really old cars and everything always goes fucking wrong with it.
No, he said you can buy it. But
he probably was to just get rid of it.
He said you can't go anywhere in the ULEZ. You've got to pay for another 20 quid.
That is another thing I don't even want to go into. I'll take a whole episode of us talking about the ULEZ. But no, we'd love our listeners to send in some embarrassing stories. And if anyone else has shit themselves, please let Joe know.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Are we finished, have we? Oh, my God. I just see that. It says, Mum, it's time to wrap up.
Oh.
Right, Mum, it's time to wrap this up. I feel like we've really enjoyed this
This
episode.
one was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, do you feel warmed up now?
Yeah.
Do you want to come back for some more?
Well, I'm not coming back March the 10th.
No, she's babysitting the twins on March the 10th, but we will definitely have Joe back. And honestly, Mum, you got so much love from this podcast.
Oh, thank you. That really means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
So.
But before we go, we've got a special shout out to all the incredible women listening because this episode is going out during International Women's Day week. Yeah, International Women's. I love that. I'm all for the women. Let's do this. So to every woman out there, whether you're smashing goals, holding it all together, or just doing your best, you've got to remember you are strong, you are unstoppable, and you are loved.